Hey Nick, what's going on? Just
Good, Ron. How you
starting
doing?
off. Good, good. Just what's it sort of been like this week? I guess with all the different with the COVID issues and the small tight end room and all that. What's that been like?
I mean, dude, it's wild. I'm gonna be honest. It's really wild. I don't know if you guys remember from last year, but when I was on the Broncos and we played the Saints, we didn't have a quarterback on the roster, and fortunately, we don't have exactly that issue right now. But at least we have some time to kind of move some pieces around and figure things out, and to have like a good game plan going into the game on Monday. So if this is what's going to happen, it's a good thing it's happening now. That way we have time to prepare and plan for it rather than, the day before, kind of like how it happened to us last year. But yeah, it's wild. It just means that guys got to step up. Guys are going to have to assume roles that, they normally wouldn't take on. And, as far as I'm concerned, the game's still going to be played. They're still going to keep score and all that stuff. So, we gotta step up. There's no excuses. So it's a good challenge in front of us.
Amy Just?
Yeah, does it feel a little weird, I guess, that you and Ethan are like the last men standing, at least for now? Like, what was practice like with just the two of you?
There's a lot of reps. Dang near taking every single play in practice, which is good. It's good to get the reps. It's good to, get those high speed reps. It makes you feel good about everything that's going into the game plan. But yeah, it is weird. I wasn't aware of it until we showed up that day in the team meeting when my coach came up to me and informed me of all this stuff. With Troutman and with Juwan. But like I said, we can't really dwell on it. We just got to look forward, and we got to work with what we got right now. And I got full confidence in Ethan. I know he's going to go out and do a great job. When he had his opportunity against New York, he did a good job with his limited role, and now he's going to have an expanded role. So, we're going to do everything we can on our end to prepare for it, and we're going to be ready come game time.
Fletcher Mackel?
Obviously, with the news that Taysom and Trevor are in the COVID protocols, the likelihood of Ian Book starting is pretty great. Could you just talk about, have you worked with him at all in practice, just what you've seen maybe since training camp when he got here, and just kind of overall thoughts on, a rookie stepping into a pretty, difficult situation?
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy, especially Monday night. We're the only game being played. All eyes are on us. It's not easy for anyone new stepping into their first NFL game and taking on that role, especially any quarterback. But with Ian, he's an unbelievable athlete, unbelievable quarterback. If you guys just saw the things that he would do on scouting against our defense, sometimes you just sit back like, oh my God, how did he pull that off? I would say he's just as mobile as Taysom is. He's a dual threat. He can run around, and he'll good to get in there and get some yards, scrambling around. I'm not sure if we're going to call any quarterback powers like we would with Taysom, but I think he's a very good passer in all areas of the field. And I think for him, I think the biggest thing is that we just got to do a good job of getting him settled into the game. We can't try to put too much on his plate right away. Just kind of get him settled in, kind of build his confidence up a little bit, and I think once we do that, we'll be fine.
John DeShazier?
How you doing, Nick? You referenced Denver last year. Do you kind of feel like that makes you uniquely qualified to handle something like this? I mean, when it pops up, did you feel a sense of, here we go again, or did you feel a sense of, okay, I've been through this before and it was even worse? I mean, how did you feel?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of both, right? I obviously dealt with this last year. I would say the only difference is that we found out Saturday, the day before that we played the Saints, that we were going to have a quarterback. So it was a little more scrambling around, a little more. We had to throw out our previous game plan and come up with something new for, our practice squad receiver that we had play quarterback. So thankfully, we're not in that exact situation, but it's still, there's still some pieces that need to be moved around, and there's still some guys that need to step up, assume these roles, like I said earlier, and I think our coaches are doing a really good job as far as like just getting us prepared and getting us ready, so we know our roles, so we know exactly what we need to do on each play and just go out and execute. But I think the only thing we need to focus on is just the game and just focus. We can't worry about the situation that we're in. If we worry about that, then in my mind, we're already losing the game. So I just think that, with the guys that we have healthy right now, we just need to focus on the game plan, winning the game. And all that other stuff, you got to block it out.
Catherine Terrell.
Hey, Nick, I was wondering if you could just kind of take us through how the schedule has changed since it's all virtual. Like, do you all have meetings from home and then you come in just for practice and then go home and have meetings? I was wondering how it worked now.
Yeah, so today originally, we had our first meeting was at 10 o'clock, team meeting, special teams meeting to follow. And then after the special teams meeting, we had offense, which was like, we watched because we did have meetings after post practice yesterday. So we kind of rewatched the practice film from yesterday. Then we went over the install for today. And then we were supposed to come in today at 3 o'clock to have the walkthrough. But DA decided it wasn't a good idea to come into the building. He wanted guys to stay at home, stay away from each other. So we just we did our meetings. We watched some film on Miami, and we just kind of called it a day. So I think normally, I would imagine tomorrow we would probably come in tomorrow and have like our practice, unlike what we did today. But yeah, we wake up and, we have 9 a.m. meeting. All those meetings will follow. Then at some point we'll come in. And hopefully we'll be able to come in and get together and, kind of run through the game plan and, get guys feeling comfortable going into the game.
And last one for Luke Johnson.
Hey, Nick, I got on late, so I apologize if you've been asked this already, but what was it like kind of transitioning between Sean Payton calling plays, how you're kind of used to Pete last week? What was like the biggest difference?
To be honest, from my perspective, I don't really notice much of a difference. You probably have to talk to the quarterbacks to get like a legitimate answers on that. But to me, like I just kind of focus on, what I need to do to get ready for the play and execute. So I get in the huddle, I hear the play call, I line up, I figure out what I need to look for, what I need to do pre-snap, and then I go execute. But as far as from my perspective, everything seemed like it was pretty smooth. Everything seemed like it was fairly normal. So I really didn't notice much of a difference. So I'm sorry I didn't have a better answer for you for that.
I mean, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Don't make anything up.